Greetings, it is February 23rd, 2017. This is a little Seneca Treehouse project update, and if you've been following the project since 2010 when we started, you'll notice quite a bit of change. And we started as an intentional community, just trying to transition from a standard American lifestyle to a sustainable lifestyle, and sustainable being to live in a manner that does not compromise future generations. In our transition, I took permaculture certification course and learned a lot about that, became certified as a designer and a consultant. And we started a 501c3 separate organization called the Treehouse Sustainable Arts and Living Project. Again, the Seneca Treehouse and the TreeSap for short are two separate organizations. And then last year, I created several additional income streams and created an LLC, single member LLC with the Seneca Treehouse Project, and we became a sustainable development organization. So our mission is to empower people to live in harmony with each other and the environment. We value integrity, diversity, equality, education, and sustainability. Leveraging assets and skill sets, we have created 9 income streams and the 501c3 for outreach. So these 9 income streams I'll go over with you in more detail in the following slides. Property rental is one of our income streams. We rent out properties to residents, long-term residents, to short-term residents through Airbnb, and Rent Like a Champion for Clemson football games. And we also give tours. We have a lot of eco-tourism, and then we have school tours that come. We're not advertising for tours except for the annual farm tour that we're just part of. But we have a lot of requests for field trips, and this property here, or this section here in the center of the property, is a construction site. So whenever we have a tour, we have to spend a lot of time cleaning up and making things safe for kids. When we're all done, then we'll start advertising for tours, and we expect to have 5,000 people per year come through the site and see the site. A lot of our structures are very inspiring for people, the tree house and the earth dome, and we have a tiny house now sitting over here to the far left. And we will have several other structures I'll show you coming up. I started writing some books. I've written one called 71 Steps to Sustainable. It's a step-by-step transition, easy to chew on little handbook, very easy to read, very short. You can go through it in a couple hours, and it's meant to have one step for reasonably completed in a week. So 71 weeks you could be very close to, or a lot more sustainable than you are right now. 7 Levels of Sustainability is a book that I'm working on currently. And then we are creating a workbook, Treehouse Tools and Training, that supports our workshops, and kind of an inspiring, multicultural, diverse book. 365 Conversations is a daily reader with conversations of people of all over the world and about all different kinds of topics. All of these resources empower people, and they act as marketing for the Seneca Treehouse project. I do consulting. Currently, I do walkabouts. I go to people's properties and walk about and help them make decisions that will let their properties be more efficient and grow food, have fewer inputs and more outputs. I also do construction consultation where we're working as an individual and as a team to help people build their houses and help them design and go through the whole process of doing like a homeowner build. And also just small projects like bathroom remodels and cabinetry. As we develop the Learning Center, I see the demand for consulting going up quite a bit because people will come and see the Learning Center and they'll see what we've done. They'll see how beautiful it is and how successful it is, and they'll want to hire us even more for this, for consulting. For design, we do permaculture designs, and currently I do some of these, but we have some other designers that we'll probably bring on as the demand increases for this. And the first one here is on the left. That's the very first one I did when I took my permaculture design course in 2013. And that is now becoming the Easily Treehouse project. And so as the company expands, we'll go into that more a little later. We want to create more learning centers around the globe. And the second one is starting here in Easily, or 30 miles away. In the Seneca Treehouse project, this one on the right, I do these designs in Adobe Illustrator, and as I do more designs, they become easier because I have a key and I copy and paste different guilds and trees and the key and descriptions, so it makes the design process go quicker. Construction and fabrication is currently our main source of income, and this is also where we are highly skilled. And I've been doing construction with my family since I was a kid, and I've been working, if I had to have a license, I've been working under my father, but I just signed up for a builder's prep class for the residential builder's license. So I'll be starting that May 6th. And so I'll be a licensed builder once I finish taking the class, or I have to take the test, and then I'll be licensed. Also, metal fabrication. I started a company in 2013 and do all kinds of work, railing and gates and custom brackets. And this picture on the right is a house in Waterford that I built in college. And we built all these, they call them bents. It's huge yellow pine brackets. They're 2 4x12 sandwiched together. That was a pretty cool project. We created the Treehouse Cool Library, which is also a tool library. And our friend Rick Vance helped with that. He took all of our tools and put them on a spreadsheet. This is available on our website. So this is for members of the Seneca Treehouse project. You buy an annual membership. Haven't really promoted this a whole lot, but we just got it up here and it's available. And mostly what we do, we rent some small tools, but we also rent our machinery. Main reason I wanted to set it up is for our excavator. So on Monday, we have a guy that's another permaculturist coming to rent our excavator for a week, and that 1 week rental pays for the month's payment and all the maintenance associated with it. So it's a great way to leverage some of our assets when we're not using them, creating a space for other people to use them. Speaking of leveraging assets, the makerspace, our shop down below, is available for artists and craftsmen and some of the residents and students to create their own work and practice at whatever it is that we've taught them to do or whatever they have showed us that they are able to do. So this is Alex Cox right here, and he has just made a sheep's head last week. He makes metal artwork and sells it, and we have a couple other artists that come and use the space. We just rent it to them hourly. So this is a great way we can produce income off of space that we already have that's just not being used. This here is the main attraction, and this is the main thing that we're raising funding for. This is the Treehouse Learning Center, and this is where we want to focus our tours in the future, but we would really like to get this done as soon as possible. So what's complete here so far is this, well, the Earth Dome is not quite complete. It's built, but it needs finished. The tiny house has we built last year, and after several people have stayed in it, we have some upgrades that we want to do per request. This tiny house is for sale. It's on wheels, but it's also available to rent through our Airbnb. This arbors here and the fruit orchard and pond are here on the left side. So what we are raising funding to finish creating is this community center. This is a kitchen and bathroom and a big gathering space. Also, it has a green roof. It has a garden roof, and there's a teepee on top that you can sleep in, and there's a geodesic dome for an arbor. Okay, so I know you guys probably think I'm a quack, but this is going to be one of the coolest structures. And we can also have a rooftop teepee challenge where people can come and stay. We'll see how long they can survive up on the roof, growing their own food. So this will be where we have workshops and events in the future, and the common space. These other structures people can sleep in, like the yurt right here underneath the solar panels. People can sleep in, but it'll just be a bed. The greenhouse is going to have aquaponics and plant propagation, and there'll probably be a cot or some sort of sleeping arrangement in there too. I don't know if you've ever slept in a greenhouse, but it is probably some of the best sleep you'll ever get with all the plants and oxygen. Up here we have a natural storefront. This is Gabriel Fair donated some material expense to build this, so we're going to call this the Fair Trade storefront or something along those lines. This is the other treehouse. This is actually treehouse number 3. We're going to build one more in the backyard of the lakeside, and this will function as our office and main gathering or main visitor spot. And then the school bus is when we're all complete. The school bus is not included in the budget, but we would like to get that as our outreach for the nonprofit and outreach division. All this section in the center is primary garden, and that's where we'll have some raised beds and different methods of gardening. Treehouse Tools and Training is our holistic life enhancement program, hands-on skills and techniques for sustainability. So I spent about 4 months in 2016 creating this. I took that much time off of work and got a small business loan to be able to create this program. And these 3 girls here on the left came for 2 weeks and did a trial period, and we had a blast. We did a lot of organizing and cleaning and figuring things out, and then Meredith, this girl on the left, she took this picture here on the right of a welding workshop, and you can see kind of in the shadows behind that other people are watching, but we just turned the lights off for effects on that one. This is a really cool program. It's kind of like a Montessori school for big kids. So a lot of the people that have come are in between 20 and 30, sometimes 30 up to 35. We had one guy that was well, we've actually had 2 guys from Tent City and Charleston. One of them became a good friend and is now on his way back from Standing Rock, and the other one came up here, and it was kind of a vacation for him. He was able to get away from his responsibilities at Tent City. Everybody else has been in the in between 20 and 30s, and it's a really kind of a great opportunity to start over if that's what you need, or obtain more skills, improve your job enhancement, being able to get jobs somewhere else, or we're creating jobs for people as we expand too. So we've hired 2 employees this year through that program. Well, 2 full-time. It's actually been we've had 4 total employees since we started, and some of them are short-term employees. We've also trained some other people for starting their own businesses. So it's been a really, really cool thing. I'm very excited about Treehouse Tools and Training, and excited to see where that goes in the future. This is also an opportunity to get grant money from small business development centers. I mean, everything else we do is awesome, but this educational aspect is a booster in that category. So we need a total of $250,000 to do everything that we want to do. That's including attorney's fees, accounting, that's including the extra treehouse that we want to build in the back, and some repairs and fix-its that we need here on the main property. And we expect after everything is finished and fully operating, we expect about a 20% profit every year, and I'm getting an accountant to check over all of our numbers, so I won't go into detail on that yet. But I sent all of you a doodle to sign up for a meeting time in between, I think it was March 13th and 31st, so big window there. Hopefully we can all get together and talk about it in details. If we can't get together at one time, that's fine too. I'll come to you, or whatever. We can get on the phone or YouTube, or however that works for you, whatever's convenient. I have all of you that are getting this video I've already spoken to, either directly or indirectly, and and we've known you for several years now, and really appreciate also all of your, every one of you has been a mentor in some way, and I really appreciate all of the advice and suggestions and assistance and everything that you guys have helped with in the past. So now we've created an opportunity, a for-profit opportunity, to be able to buy into the Seneca Treehouse project and all of the assets and all of the opportunity to expand and to do this over and over around the world, and to show other investors that business for good can be profitable and it can be a great investment. So with your help, I think we can make it even more profitable than what I'm projecting. This is my viewpoint and the help that I've had so far. So once we create this profit, we want to be able to give a portion of that profit to the outreach division. So this is a little dream board that we created for Treehouse Sustainable Arts and Living Project outreach. We would like to have a school bus that we could have tools and equipment and a little greenhouse and some examples of alternative living that we could take to schools. We could take to start other projects, and we could go do community support and crisis relief. And as we develop that, we'd like to find a multicultural group that would like to go and share different religions and schools of thought and songs and food and just different ways of living, and be very open and accepting to others. So when we go to a school and there's kids that are being whatever made fun of or don't fit in. We would like to really just be able to reach out to those kinds of kids and everybody really, but especially the ones that feel like they don't have a place and feel like they're not worth anything or whatever they might be struggling with. And there are several other future endeavors. Once we finish this home base for the Treehouse project, we'd like to expand it and create, as I mentioned earlier, other Treehouse projects around the world. So I'm actually applying for a trademark for Treehouse Project with our logo, which is actually being redrawn slightly to be recognizable but original. And we'd like to put the name of the town in front of that. So wherever we have a Treehouse Project, it'll be easily Treehouse Project or Greenville Treehouse Project or Costa Rica Treehouse Project, although Costa Rica is probably one of the countries that needs it the least. But we'd also like to get a sailboat and do sailing lessons, and we can have that available to rent through Airbnb as well. So that's an income stream. We'd like to use the whole site, once we get it all planted, we'd like to use it as a nursery. And so we're calling it Abel's Nursery. It can be called whatever, but we'd like to use the sites as seed starters for other local projects. And everywhere we go around the world, there'll be slightly different plants, obviously. I don't know if, for those of you who've been here, have seen an airplane fuselage in the driveway. And the idea with that is to create a fuel-efficient vehicle using some engineers from Clemson and surrounding areas, possibly ICAR. I've talked to Mr. Hawk about that. And so we'd like to create some alternative vehicles for transportation, whether they're hybrids or man-powered or combination of. And we have some requests to build other eco-equipment, things like wood gas generators and biochar combustion chambers and different cookers and composting turners. So those are things we can create in the metal fabrication shop. And then, as I mentioned earlier, we just want to be able to duplicate this project, but not exactly. Every new place will have different site-specific income and different opportunities based on the people that are there. So really just creating the community and the income within the community and empowering people to be able to take care of themselves in their own environments. So if you have any questions or inquiries about this presentation, Seneca Treehouse Project, or investing opportunities, please contact me. And again, I sent you all a doodle, so if you can, if you're interested in coming to that, I'm very open for feedback. The whole Treehouse project has gotten to where it is right now because of everybody's feedback, and that's been extremely helpful. So I welcome that. And again, I thank you all for watching this, and I look forward to talking with you and exploring the possibilities. Have a great and fabulous day.